Hi, welcome to the Sham Unveiled. This is Stacy Suniga. In an attempt to give themselves plausible deniability, this week House Republicans blessed the Trump budget bill without any actual numbers, giving full responsibility for cuts to House committees, such as the Energy and Commerce Committee, which oversees Medicaid. They've been ordered to cut $880 million from their budget alone. We know that there's no mathematical magic that will prevent this order from causing drastic reductions or eliminations of service and assistance programs that serve many Americans, even their own voters. They truly believe that come re-election time that they can just simply get away with saying, "Hey, I didn't vote to cut anything." With this reduction mandate, millions of Americans will lose health care. Seniors will lose long-term care. People with disabilities stand to lose living benefits. There is no way to reduce this amount without near eradication of services and support programs. It's so frustrating because they bold-faced lie by telling us that they're finding savings by dismantling of federal departments. They're giving you fiscal gain by firing our trained federal workforce, that we are better off without our highest military staff and department watchdogs. They propose to spend much more than our losses from these positions alone could ever recover. This budget will not reduce the deficit. It will increase the deficit. It extends Trump's tax cuts for the wealthy, which will cost us, as last time, this time will cost us $4.5 trillion over a fixed amount of years. Add in extra spending on military and the border control that Trump loves to talk about, that'll bring the note to about over $5 trillion. After gutting people, they will need to increase the debt ceiling to add these spendings to the national debt, which is exactly what Trump did his first term. You are not going to save money. You're going to have to pay this money. Average American people are going to have to foot this bill, while billionaires will get richer and they're off the hook for even a dime. Did you ever entrust someone to represent you only to have them turn their back on you, leave you for an orange dictator, then ghost you without a word? Yeah, me neither, but fuck that guy anyway. I remember friends who really thought that running this country like a business was going to solve our debt crisis and enrich them personally. They're going to have some little extra money in their pocket, some money in the bank to put away for, a rainy day or for college for the kids. Really, really. First, what business do you actually know that hands over profits to the backbones or contributors of the business, to the employees that made them that money? I can't think of any. Second of all, what made you think that Trump and now Musk had the ability to run a business, much less a country? Trump filing for bankruptcy throughout the years, numerous times, even though he was handed a family empire of wealth. Couldn't even hold on to what he was given. And then there's Musk. He had to rely on the Chinese government to bail out Tesla because his brand was tanking. Chinese gave him land. They built his factories. And in fact, in China is where Musk gets 50% of his wealth. He has 50% of his sales coming out of the Chinese people. Do you see? See the frauds for the trees. This party that bitched and bitched has no problem exploding it when they have the reins. There is really no spin that can be taken seriously to say otherwise. We need receipts, details of any fraud they claim that they find, that, as they say, will pay for the expenses of this beautiful budget. We don't believe you. We will not believe you, nor will we accept lies anymore. What can we do to stop this? Call your senators. Demand an audience. Leverage their cooperation with your future vote. We need just a few senators to come to their senses, or perhaps finally find a conscience or their spine, to stand with you, the American people, to stand with their voters, who they should be offering their allegiance to. Not a single man, not an idea, and not some dream of this utopian republic or democracy that we're not going to see, especially with this Trump regime. Republicans, I am pleading with you. You hold the most power to demand the rights for your own families, to demand that your families not feel the losses of greed and gluttony. Believe me, if this budget goes through, it will leave no one unscathed. We need to come together, put our partisan ideals aside. Democrats, Republican, Independents, or I don't give a shit people. We all need to come together as Americans to stop the biggest grift in history. Thank you.